Now, I know what you're saying. Why would anybody do that? Why would you accuse somebody of being a sexual child predator with no evidence and then link an article to another human being's criminal record as evidence that you yourself have done these things? That is absurdly manipulative and gaslighty. That's awful. Could you imagine spending the rest of your life being blamed for another human being's crimes? And every time you insist you're innocent, they link to that other human being and say, this is you. We know this is you. But it's not. It's not him at all. It's another man that's in prison right now and not on YouTube. And they know this. See, they have all of the facts. They do not care about the facts. They care about what is beneficial to their agenda, which is silencing me, isolating me, stopping anybody from helping or supporting or caring about me. To the point that they will flat out accuse innocent men of being pedophiles and back it up with news articles that have nothing to do with those innocent men. So, Kenneth McBride, he was a child sex offender. I did not know that when I was in a relationship with him. She wants people to believe I was intentionally in a relationship with a man that had sex with children, and I was not. When I met Kenneth McBride, I was not given the name Kenneth McBride. I was given the name Brian McBride. And I didn't find anybody with that name, so I couldn't look him up and find out who he was. He intentionally gave me a fake name so that I could never find out what was on his record. And now, everybody who ever speaks to me is going to be accused of being a pedophile. Because a man who lied to me about everything was a pedophile. Who lied to me about everything. And all of that is in the court records. If they were telling the truth, it would be very well known that the man catfished me. I posted an ad on Craigslist telling the truth. He responded lying with every breath. He told me he was a millionaire. He told me he was in his 20s. He told me his name was Brian. He told me he was single. He told me he loved me and he was going to marry me. He didn't tell me that he was a near 40 child sexual predator in a long-term 10-year relationship with a woman. If he had told me any of that, there never would have been a first date between the two of us because I would not have bothered. He had to lie extensively to get me to even speak to him, and now it's my fault that he's a liar and a criminal. I'm not the one that did those things. He is. And now another man is being accused and blamed and assaulted because of it. Another man who has not done anything. As far as I've looked, I'm not even on this man's channel, but now Bernice Morgan is going to tell everybody that he's a sexual child predator. Just because somebody else said, he might have said something about me, be it positive or negative, that's all it takes for you to be called a predator, a pedophile. Imagine spending the rest of your life with somebody following you and calling you a pedophile just because you said a kind word about a mentally ill woman. Not because you touched a child. Because you said a kind word to a mentally ill bitch. When I tell you that people are in danger, I am not kidding, because the kinds of allegations that they give, that they put on you, that they stick on you and follow you with and insist are true. They are life-ending allegations. Calling this man a predator, calling this man a pedophile without even hearing a word he said. and using evidence as somebody else's crimes. It's absolutely disgusting, and they will do it to you too. If you ever speak out in support of me, they will do it to you. They will convince your family that you're a pedophile. Not because you actually hurt a child, but because you tried to stand up for a mentally ill, defenseless woman. And the tactics these people use are that heinous. They will accuse you of murder. They will accuse you of pedophilia. They will accuse you of child abuse. They will accuse you to your friends and family of the worst possible crimes humanity has to offer. And then they'll say it's all my fault that they're doing this. Because people have to know the truth. There is no truth. They won't let people hear me. And all they do is lie. If they're not lying, why is Bernice Morgan calling this other YouTube creator a pedophile and showing evidence of Kenneth McBride, who is in prison and not a YouTube creator and not connected to any YouTube creators? Nobody should be sitting around being accused of his crimes when he's in prison and he confessed to his crimes and he's paying for them. Why should this other YouTuber now fear thousands of people coming and harassing him for crimes that he didn't do? Because Bernice Morgan can prove that somewhere out there is a predator. And that means it must be you.